Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Amir and today we're talking about the 3 subtle signs that you might be avoiding that may be indicating that you're gonna be going bald in the future. And most importantly, how to slow down this process, and even better, how to completely prevent it altogether just from taking action early on. So with that being said, what the hell are we waiting for? Without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so let's make one thing crystal clear. If you're balding and losing hair, it's not always related to male pattern balding, but it can also be various other symptoms as well. So you just want to make sure that these are not one of them and you're not out there taking the prescription or the treatments that's not actually for you. Balding can also be caused by things like a deficiency in your diet, a new pill that you're taking that you're just reacting bad to, or just simply stress. So if you start to lose hair, go ahead and evaluate if you're meeting any of these following criteria before you categorize it as a male pattern balding issue. The easiest way to know if you're gonna have male pattern baldness is to simply evaluate your family members. If your dad or your grandpa, there's a balding history anywhere in your family, and if you're experiencing some of the symptoms that I'm about to list to you, then chances are that it might possibly, unfortunately, be male pattern baldness. But it's okay, don't worry about it, because as long as we can take the correct steps necessary, we can slow it down and prevent it altogether. On average, every guy loses about 100 hairs per day, which is completely normal. Although that may sound a lot, it's actually not. That's 100% normal. But if you think that you're losing excessive hair, more than 100 hairs a day, that might be an indicator that you're heading towards going bald. So the easiest way to check it are 2 different places. One is where you sleep, and 2 is where you shower. If you have black hair, sleep on a white pillowcase. The next morning when you wake up, and if you see an excessive amount of hair over there, that means something might be off. And if you have blonde hair or any other colored hair, you can always use black sheet, whatever that can contrast that color. The second thing is in the shower. When you're working your shampoo or conditioner in your hair and you're really getting in there, right? And you pull your hands out and it's just clumped with a lot of hair, and that can also indicate that you might be going towards going bald. But again, not to worry, don't freak out until you can see something visible, like a visible balding sign. There are just 2 main areas that are the most vulnerable to hair loss. One is your crown back here, and 2 are your temples. So what tends to happen is when you're going through hair loss, your hairline and your crown are simultaneously just gonna shrink together until basically the front half of your hair is bald, and that's just how it starts. So one thing that you can do is just simply evaluate your temples. Go close in the mirror and see if you're losing hair. My temples, they're pretty much, since I'm losing hair, they're pretty bad right here. And the second way is to evaluate your crown. You can go look at a mirror and then take another mirror, whatever, and just shine that back there. You would be able to like truly evaluate your scalp and see if you're losing any hair up here. Or if you don't have another mirror, then we can do this the 2019 style, is to take out our smartphone, go on selfie mode, and just catch a selfie up there, and you can truly just zoom in and really evaluate your scalp. And there is no specific one treatment that you can do to keep your hair, but it's actually a list of habits that you can do that will put the least strain on your hair, which will ensure that you keep your hair on your head for as long as possible. One is to stop putting so much strain on your hairline. That means if you're doing a tight hairstyle where you slick your hair back and you know that you're gonna be having a lot of strain in the front, or if you're still doing a man bun, or if you're just simply wearing a cap. The second thing is to work on your diet. Your diet is a huge key in not only how your hair plays out, but how basically you play out for the rest of your life. Eat foods that are high in fatty acids like salmon, eggs, avocado, nuts, and also foods that are high in protein like chicken and steak. All of those foods are healthy for you, and they'll give you your micronutrients and your proteins and everything that your body needs to grow stronger and to stay healthy. And you want to avoid foods like burgers, pizza, wings, brownies, sugar foods. Just avoid crap and just make sure you put good stuff in your body, and your body will treat you with a good physique, with good hair, good skin, and overall a good life. So the third way to prevent hair loss is to stop putting so much hair product and strain and unnatural things in your hair that prevent your hair from naturally breathing and living. The thing is, now when we try to achieve our hairstyles, we have all these different hair products and hair pomades and putties and clays and hairsprays and heat and everything, and that goes back to the first point I made, which is it puts strain on your hair and it really challenges your hair roots to stay up and to stay up in a certain direction, and God knows what those chemicals hold, which make your hair really stiff and hard for it to breathe. So instead, stick stick to 1 or 2 max hair products and just use those, and have some of those days where you don't use a hair product at all and you just let your hair naturally breathe. Lastly, if your hair loss continues to progress and you start seeing bald spots and your hairline is actually receding, like, oh crap, this is definitely male pattern baldness, I don't know what the hell to do, I would highly recommend minoxidil. Now if you're not comfortable using minoxidil, there are tons of different natural options out there. I'll actually link the video over here of the 6 things that I've used to regrow my hair back. Some of those are natural, some of them are not. Either way, those are some of the things that you can do. But if you are, then minoxidil is that #1 thing that's gonna save your hair. The one thing that minoxidil can do for you for sure is it can at least prevent the progression of the hair loss. But what minoxidil will do, it will come in and it will just freeze it at that point so it doesn't progress any further. And you can do other treatments to grow it back or whatever. But either way, prevention is always better than recovery. Recovering from hair loss is a pain. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of money, a lot of energy, and a lot of resources to bring your hair back. So if you're seeing hair loss, if you see that you're balding anywhere, start taking action now. Don't just chill and be like, oh, it's the power of nature, Mother Nature will cure it. No, it's not gonna cure it. Start taking some action, do some research. My channel is full of different hair loss videos and different techniques and different tools and different treatments that you can use. Be sure to check those out and find out which one is right for you and go with it, and at least move in some sort of direction rather than just chilling out and letting your hair loss progress further. So hopefully this video gave you guys some good information and a good insight on how to exactly evaluate to see if you're actually gonna go bald, and if you are, what exactly to do and where to exactly go and what treatments to do. So if you guys did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you guys gave it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos just like this here on Project Alpha. Other than that, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!